my previous video, I built this Curdy line drain shower. So I started tiling. The flood test is passed. We're good to go. So what I did basically is we're doing a 5-inch border. So the glass for the shower is going to start here. So the tile is actually sloping from here all the way around. And I started the mosaics. So this is the line drain here. Basically, this is the metal grate, and we just tile this. These are the mosaics themselves right here. You can see the amount of work of detail that goes into cutting this and getting each piece perfectly level and flat and installed properly. Oh, wrong way. So yeah, that just goes in just like that. And basically what we do is we just grout this, and then we don't grout the grout joint around the drain, and all the water goes into there. If you're wondering about these little corners, I'm going to put these in after. They're just too delicate right now to put in. And to pull the drain up, they give you one of these special keys. You basically just slide it in like that, and it comes out just like that. So the reason I only installed the center of the mosaics is because I have to build up the mosaics flush to this tile because the tile's too high. If I didn't build up the mosaics, basically they wouldn't come flush to the outside tile because these are too low. So I'm going to build a little screeder, and I'm going to screed all the way around. So when I come back tomorrow, I can get this installed nice and flush. With my screeder tool, I'm just going to take one of the mosaics tiles, and I'm just going to mark it out like this. You can make one of these screeder tools for any sort of mosaic application. A lot of the times when you're doing mosaic bands, you'll have to build them out. And instead of building each mosaic out, it's a lot easier to just screed it out and come back and install the mosaics later. That's pretty good. My screeder built. So basically what I'm doing is, if you look at these mosaics, if I were to install them right now up to this tile, they're really low, and it's not a good idea to try to build up mosaics with mortar. It just doesn't work well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my screeder and I'm going to build the mortar up around the edge. I've already done that side. I'll do this side next, and that'll help me. So tomorrow when the mortar is dry, I'll come back and it'll make it a lot easier for me to install these mosaics and get them nice and flush. We'll just take a little bit of mortar like this. You want to mix it somewhat stiff. The trick is not to put too much, but not to put too little. If you put too little, you'll have to come back and put more and start over again. If you put too much, it's just going to make a huge mess. So now that we got our mortar spread, we just take our screeder like this and just carefully Alright, so I'll just clean this up a little bit with the trowel. It's a good idea to have a sponge and water with you to help clean up, because it's going to be a little messy. So this is pretty much finished. I'll leave this till tomorrow. When this dries, I'm going to start installing my mosaics. Got the edges all screeded out, so tomorrow I'm going to come back and install the mosaics.